Hello everybody, welcome to Just Gaming Today. Today we're going to play some Balatro. So Balatro is a poker-like game where you select a blind. There's small blinds and large blinds. Typically work your way through two small blinds and then a large blind. And then within each blind you play a number of hands using a variety of mechanics to beat the ante that is in that particular hand, or in that particular blind. As we go through, you'll see the mechanics work out. And then you're basically trying to work your way through 8 large blinds or 8 antes. And once you've done that, you've basically accomplished a run. You've completed a run. So you want to get 8 out of 8. You can go farther than that and progress farther than 8 out of 8. It gets progressively more difficult. So you can see how far you can go on a run if you got a really cool build going on. So it's poker-like, but you have these jokers that impact the whole way that the game functions. You have tarot cards, you have celestial cards and vouchers. There's all sorts of different things that you can accumulate during the run, or you can use to alter your deck or alter your particular cards. It's pretty wild. It's a lovely game. So what I've done here is I've created a brand new profile. I have another profile where I've gotten a decent way through the game, but I'm nowhere near complete. I'm not even 50%, I don't think. But on this one, everything's a 0. So we're gonna just kick off a new run and see how things go. See what we can make happen here. So click play. At the start, there's only I did start a game to kind of test out the volume and stuff, but we'll start a new run here. So on a new run, you've got a variety of decks you can choose from, but since this is a new profile, many of these decks are locked. And the decks will tell you, what do you need to do to unlock them. So you should look at these and kind of peruse and figure out what you need to do if you want to target a particular deck or whatnot and open it up. You don't really know what it is, so you can, but as you're going along, you can try and create, finish some of these quests and unlock them. So the red deck. So the red deck is a basic deck like you would buy at the store. 52 cards, 4 suits, and constructed exactly as you would purchase at a store or see at a regular, one deck poker game. The benefit of the red deck that you get is +1 discard every round. So normally you would be able to play 4 hands and 3 discards in any given round. The red deck gives you an extra discard. It's quite powerful in that it lets you set up a variety of hands and get better cards to create a better poker hand. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll select new run. We only have base difficulty here. The difficulties have, and once you finish this base difficulty, you can up the stakes and play for higher stakes at that point. We'll do a new run and play. All right, so a number of things to notice here. Like I said, there's a small blind. Oh, sorry, it's a small blind, big blind, and then this unique blind here or whatnot. So this unique blind has a very special ability that impacts the entire game, and you need to pay attention to that. Because sometimes whatever happens here might destroy the deck that you're building, and it can get very bothersome, to say the least. Some things you can do there are these things called vouchers. There are certain jokers or whatnot that can re-roll this blind and allow you to get through it potentially, and if your deck has no chance of beating it. So we'll get into those, I'm sure, as we go through this. But for now, you've got 2 selections that you can make. You can select and play and just try and score at least 300 chips against the small blind, or you can skip the blind. So skipping adds a tag. The tag will appear down here, and essentially it's a reward that will either happen instantly between this blind and this blind, or it will have some sort of it'll have some sort of thing that says when you defeat the boss. Okay, so this skip line here says I'll add 1 voucher to the next shop. So when you're done with a battle here and you've completed it, there's a shop that will appear between these 2 games. In that shop, you can spend your money at, and you can do rerolls and impact your deck or your jokers or whatnot. So you can select skip line. Those are your 2 options here. Things to note here: this 0 out of 5 is where your jokers are going to go. You can have up to 5 jokers. At least right now, there are things that can impact that and make it larger or smaller depending on what the impacts of the jokers are or other things that you do in the game. And then 0 out of 2, this is where your consumables go. So some cards are like one-shot cards and they appear up here. You can save them. You can use them in a store typically, if some of them. Other ones require that you have cards displayed on the screen, and you'll be able to use them when cards are displayed on the screen. So I think that's it. We're in ante 1 of 8, round 0. So as we work our way through, the rounds will go up, and we'll progress to trying to get to this 8 ante. So let's select this one and move on. All right, this is kind of a nice starting hand. We've got 3 9s, and everything else is kind of discombobulated. So let's go ahead and just discard. You can discard up to 5 cards. I like going for straights, full houses, and flushes early on if I can. So here's a good opportunity to just try and get a pair out of these 5. So I'm going to do that. So we got King, King. So we're going to play a full house here. One thing to note as well, just get some of these basics out of the way, is as you're playing, you can look at this run info button. It'll have every single hand that you can play here. And we'll tell you, what is the base score? What are the base points? And what's the multiplier at the end of the totaling? So for instance, if you play, we're going to play a full house here, right? So the base score is going to start at 40 and the multiplier is going to be 4. So just for playing a full house, that's what you get. Now, a full house is interesting because in addition to that 40, and you'll see it change over here. So as I selected, it's telling you, you're going to play a full house. It's going to have a 40-point score and a ×4 multiplier. Now, there are things that you can do within the game that will add multiplier or multiply the multiplier. So those aren't in effect right now. We just have a very basic deck. No jokers, nothing going on. So we're going to get 40 ×4, and it's going to add chips. So if you hover over a card, you can see this card is worth 10 chips. This card is worth 9 chips. So we have a full house. We're going to play the hand. You'll see it total things up here. So in that one hand, I accumulated enough chips to just beat this blind. So because I have 3 hands remaining, I get some extra dollars. I got dollars from meeting the score of the blind, and I hit cash out. Now I have 10 bucks. So with this 10 bucks, I can purchase things in the shop. There's a variety of things that are going on here. So first off, we have these celestial cards. The celestial cards are ways to increase that chip count and the multiplier for a specific hand. 3 of a kind here. Hermit, it's going to double my money. So that might be something I'm going to buy for 3 bucks. Could go down to 7 and double and go up to 14. It's a pretty effective card, especially when you have enough cash. This voucher is Celestial Packs will always contain the planet card for your most played hand. So sometimes you'll build a deck where you're just going to want to play flush, 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 and almost play nothing else. That is a very advantageous voucher to have during your run, so you can, continuously build that flush up to a point where it has a very high starting value and high multiplier. Other things we have here is a buffoon pack. Buffoon pack, depending on which one you get, this is a basic one. So for 4 bucks, kind of like opening up a pack of magic cards, you get 2 random cards that are jokers, and you get to choose between one of the 2. This jumbo standard pack is how you can add playing cards to your deck. the playing cards can be just regular cards. They could be cards that have special abilities added to them. There's a variety of different additives that get added onto cards as we play through the game, and you'll see that. So here, the first thing I think I'm going to do for what I have displayed here is do this hermit. So we're going to click on it, and then you can buy and use. So you're going to see it goes down to 7 and doubles to 14. So I gained $4 out of that, kind of just for free. I spent 3 to get 4. I'm going to buy this buffoon pack and see if we can get a good joker to put up here. Even if we don't get a good joker for $4, the jokers in here can be sold. Typically, they're worth, I don't know, $2. You know, we'll see what we get here. Cool. And since we're starting a brand new run, you're going to see a lot of this not discovered. So as we play through and discover things, we're going to open up more and more of the game. So this particular joker earned $5 for each discarded 5, and the rank changes every round. So during a round, it's telling me if I discard a 5, I'm going to get $5. The next time it might be a queen, the next time it might be an ace. So, you know, it's a way to generate cash to spend in the store. This card, this is the one that is just always some sort of a bonus or a 0. So it gives you some sort of bonus to this multi here. This might actually be a good one. I like both of these kind of early on. So I'm going to grab this one to just see if we can start to have a cash generation. I think it stays 5 until I use it. So we've got $10 left. I might go ahead and just increase 3 of a kind here and use it. Now we've also discovered this card. So we've got 2 discoveries during this game so far. Here, I'm just going to save my money. Anytime you want to view your deck, you can click here too. You see this is very basic. You know, everything's here, you know, whatnot. I'll tell you everything you have. So as you play the game and open up more and more of it, a lot of this information will be extremely valuable. Like how many face cards do I have? How many of each card do I have? You know, there's certain jokers and certain things within the game that will give you a lot of bonuses if you have a lot of 9s or if you have a lot of queens or whatever. And then also the run info. When I'm in this screen, if I'm curious about what I've done, you know, later on in the run, you see I've played 1 full house. So there's ways to understand what's going on here. What blinds you've done. So I defeated this blind, and now I'm going to have this one coming up next. So this is a good way to kind of peer into the future. If you forget, oh, what is that next blind? And you need some information, you can always go here and check. Slow it down when you get into the shop and take a look around. Any vouchers that I've purchased, if you're like, I don't remember what voucher I've purchased in Ante 1, you can go here and look again. So let's go back. I'm just going to go to the next round and see how I fare. Hopefully I can use this and get some cash out of it. Now, if I have a big blind here, this is the hook. I think I'm going to keep this one because it's kind of random how it's going to impact you. Discards 2 random cards after you play a hand. So the things that you keep in your hand, you can't reliably keep them. I'm kind of okay with that. I think we should be able to beat this, but we'll see. So I'm going to not skip the blind. I'm going to go ahead and select and play it. So here, we've almost got a flush. But again, I really, let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've almost got a straight. This is a rough one. I did increase 3 of a kind. And because I did that, I'm going to just go ahead and discard these. I'm going to try for that full house again. And at worst, I end up with, a 4 of a kind. So 4 of a kind, we can check by selecting these cards. It'll tell you, how much are you looking at here. It'll also, tell you if you've got 3 of a kind, if I do a full house. Now, there are certain advantages here. So if I do 4 of a kind, I start at 60 and 7. So you can, and aces, you can hover over them. They're worth 11 chips. So you can kind of do some math in your head. And you see if I do 4 of a kind, that's 44. And 60 is 104 times 7. We're well over 450 with just this hand here. You can add a card to it or not. You don't have to play 5 cards. You can play just 4 cards if you like. But I'll go ahead and add a card, so we've got that one there. It's not going to get scored. So what you'll see is these 4 will pop up. They all get scored. We get 700 points. We beat the blind. So pretty simple there. And interest. So that's something to note here. We didn't have enough for interest in that first game. Second game, we've got per $5, you're going to earn $1 interest. So having a bank down here is effective. Something I did not do on that last play that I should have, and thinking about it now, with this joker, I should have gone through and discarded to see if I could get some 5s to discard and just earn $5 every time. We're gonna have to try and remember that in the next round here. So there's a lot of checking things, slowing things down and checking things and looking like, okay, if I've got my hand set up now, are there a bunch of 5s I can discard, or can I just churn through all of my discards? You see, to just generate some extra cash. But it's okay. We got our $8. All right, so we've got $15. So we're about to go into the boss blind. This voucher will only be here right now. Once we defeat the boss, the vouchers go away and you get a new voucher. So if you don't like the voucher you have and you don't want to purchase it, you can always, after every boss, you're going to get a new selection, essentially. Here we've got new jokers. We'll look at those closely. The other thing I'll mention on this screen is this Arcana pack. We haven't seen these yet. So this is a pack of tarot cards. The tarot cards do all sorts of stuff. But when you open this up, you get 5 of those cards to take a look at, and you select one of them to use. And this is a jumbo, so it starts with 5 instead of 3. I think the base pack is you can look at 3. This one you can look at 5. Then there's another one, Mega Pack, I think it is. The Mega Pack, you look at 5 and can use 2. So, and it's appropriately priced. I think the Mega Pack's like $8 or something, base price. So let's look at these jokers. So this one says played cards with a heart suit gives +3 multi. So each time I would play a heart, the multiplier that's over here, it would add 3 to it. Not multiply it, but just add 3 to whatever number's here. So if it was 4, it'd go to 7. Plus 80 chips if hand contains 2 pair. So if the hand is 2 pair, or a full house, or a flush that happens to have 2 pairs, you're going to get plus 80 chips in this blue area over here, in the blue total. So I have $15. I have 2 jokers and an Arcana pack. I think what I'm going to do first is purchase this Arcana pack and see what it offers. And then we'll go back and maybe take a look at those jokers and see if any of those are good. So here, this is what I meant earlier when I said when cards are displayed. So here, if you had a consumable up here that was a tarot card that you wanted to use on these cards, you could use it right now and still have this selection. So here we've got enhance a card to be wild. So if you use this on a card, it's going to count towards any suit. Tower enhances one selected card to become a stone card. This particular card would then just be worth 50 chips. And that's it. A stone card looks like a blank card, essentially. World converts up to 3 selected cards to spades. So if I wanted to get rid of diamonds and try and get my deck to be more slanted towards spades, I could do something like that. I could also do that with hearts. Of course, there's one of each of these, one for each suit. Now this magician, it actually enhances up to 2 cards. The enhancement is it puts lucky on them. And every time that card is scored, it has a 1 in 5 chance to add plus 20 to Molt. It has a 1 in 15 chance to basically just award you with $20. So there's, you just got to make a judgment call here. I'm going to go ahead and just create some lucky cards, and hopefully they'll come up and I'll get to use them. And now we're back here. So there's no advantage or disadvantage to selecting this heart. It's just going to be a nice bonus, and this one's going to be a nice bonus. I think what I'm going to do is I might just grab this and see how this helps me. Now that I have 2 jokers, if for some reason I wanted to reposition them, I can just grab them and move them around. later on in the game, or we might see it in this game, there will be cards that are more advantageous to be on this side. Some jokers tell you they'll interact with the card to the left or the right. So that's why you have that ability to kind of move things around. You can also do that with the playing cards. I'll show you that. I think I'm going to move on with $4 and see how press my luck here. So let's select this one. Again, we're going to be suffering from this boss ability. The boss ability will show up here. I need to score at least 600. So I've got a pretty decent start here. I've got 2 pair. I've got the makings of a straight, the makings of a flush. I don't think I have a flush, no. I think I'm going to do my regular. I'm just going to try and keep these face cards and see what I can get. Oh, and my discard is ace. Huh. Let's try again. Okay, now I have a full house, which is what I was looking for. So I like full houses as a kind of my move in the beginning, because you can always just go with the 2 pair. But with this one, you see I've got a lucky card, so we'll have to see how that ends up scoring. Let's play this and see what happens. Also note the boss ability to discard my ace. Again, I forgot to do the discards. I should have just done the math in my head and figured out whether or not it was going to end or not. But I got lucky, it discarded the ace, so I got an extra $5. So I'm going to get $9 for my cash out here for defeating the blind. Remaining hands was 3, and I got 1 interest on $5. The only way I got this interest is it added $5, so I got an extra buck out of it too. So that was really nice. Okay. So here we've got a new voucher. Let's see what that is. Playing cards can be purchased from the shop. So what this does is the shop is up here. So these individual cards that are here, you can purchase cards that would, play in your deck. They'll start showing up in the shop. So if you wanted to build a deck that had lots of cards, or you're hunting for particular numbers or whatnot, this might be a good voucher to get. Again, this voucher is only good during this ante round, and then you'll get a new one after you defeat the next boss. Mega Standard Pack, so I could look at adding 2 cards to my deck. I get a choice from 5. They can come pre-enhanced, so that's where you can get some enhanced cards and look to kind of add some more powerful cards to your deck. Arcana, this one's a base Arcana, so for $4 you get a selection of 1 out of 3 tarot cards. Let's look at these jokers. So plus 8 mult if played hand contains a pair. I mean, for $3 that's not bad. This joker gains plus 4 chips if played hand has exactly 4 cards. So if you can create a bunch of 4 card hands, you can quickly get this guy up where he's just adding chips for free to your chip count. Let's go ahead and do the Arcana first. I do like rolling my dice with the tarot cards. So again, displays the cards. We've got turned it into a glass card. So glass is times 2 multi. So when the card is scored, whatever is in this multi value gets times 2. So if a 4 were here, it would turn into an 8. Chariot. Steel card. If you keep this card in your hand while other cards are being scored, at the end it will add a times 1.5 multiplier on here. So if it was a 10 and this card was in your hand when other cards are being played, it would go up to 15. So pretty powerful, but it's on 1 card in your 52 card deck. So I don't know. King or Emperor. So creates up to 2 random tarot cards, and you must have room. Now what it means, must have room, this consumable spot here. So I have 2 spots. I'm going to choose this just to get some more cards and see what we get. You can always sell these cards too. So I paid $4 for this deck. I'll see what I get here. Hanged Man is destroy up to 2 selected cards, and Star is add diamonds. We'll see how maybe this will be good as we move along. I'm looking for heart stuff here to interact with this joker. Let's go ahead and purchase this Joker here just to have some more advantages on potential hands that I might run. Rerolls kind of pricey at $5. I think I'm gonna save my 11 and see if I can get extra $2 from interest. And now we're looking to discard fives. I need to remember this card. So my problem with this card is I never remember it. Let's go ahead. We'll keep these tarot cards here. If I skip the blind right now, it's just going to give me $8. But I don't have access to a shop, so it would just go right over here and I would have to choose what to do there. Here I get a free Mega Standard pack and then start with 0 discards. So this is kind of rough early on. 4 straight hands with no ability to kind of manipulate. I can do some manipulation here, but let's go ahead and play through this. All right, so here we're starting again with 2 pair. That's nice. I can discard a 5 to get money. So I think I'm going to go ahead and try and just hit a queen or a jack here. Okay, I didn't hit the queen or a jack, but I got 3s and I got a 10. I do get extra multi for, running through here. I don't have a 5 to discard. I do have an ability to make 3 of these diamonds, but it kills my heart thing here. Let's go ahead and create a hand. Or do I just discard? Let's discard and see if I can either generate a straight or generate a full house here. Okay, I hit a straight. That's good. So let's go ahead and select that. So if I go king, queen, jack, 10, 9, I get a straight. Straight starts at 30 and 4. There's nothing really to manipulate up here. And let's play the hand. And I also kind of have a makings of a potential flush down here. So I got 553 of the 800. That's good. I didn't hit a flush, but I've got 6s and 4s and 10s. And discards as 5s. Man, these pairs like this kind of rough. So let's discard these and see what I can get. So here I've got a 5, 9, nothing really much there. I'm just going to head ahead and hit another discard because I'm not too far away from get some extra money. So here I've got 2 pair. I have no more discards. I have nothing to do up here. I could make things. I'm probably going to just sell this. You can sell it right now. That's advantageous if you're on the edge of getting interest. You can get an extra $1. So pay attention to that too. If somehow I was at 24 and sold that, it'd be 25. Get an extra buck at the end. So here I think I'm just going to go with the 2 pair, and I'll clear this 7 by playing it. It's not going to get scored, but I think this should do it. Yep, good. So I get points, 3 here for just defeating the blind, 2 for remaining hands, and $4 paid into interest. So cashing out with 9 gives me $31, yeah. Okay, here we got a special joker. These are nice in that when you hover over it, you see it's got that special foil look. So there's a ability called foil. So this joker, just existing up here, is going to add 50 chips to every hand. On top of that, its ability is plus 100 chips if the hand contains a straight. Pretty good. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy this for $6. I got I'm kind of flush with cash right now. Just having something foil, that must have been what I needed to unlock the blue deck. So as you're playing through a run, especially for the first time, you're going to unlock a lot of stuff. This one is plus 3 multi for each joker. This one's kind of nice in the beginning. For $4, it'll give me plus 3 for each joker. It does end up counting itself when it's up there. So you can place it in here. I don't think I have any multipliers here, so it doesn't. The way that it scores doesn't matter so much at the moment. So leave it as is. Note that discarded 8s give me money next time. This voucher, I still am not interested in it. I am interested in this Arcana pack. I'm not really interested in destroying cards, so I'm just going to go ahead and sell that. Sometimes you are, sometimes you want your deck to be less cards. So I got Hangman, Magician, and Moon. So the Moon converts to clubs. Hangman I just sold. Magician it is. So on the Magician, again, I'm just creating lucky cards. So I'm going to go ahead and create those aces and make them lucky. So now I have 4 cards in my deck that are lucky. Now here, $18. I can roll the dice and see if I get a joker that's better than the jokers I have. I'm not really attached to all of these jokers, so let's go ahead and do that just to take a look. It's another way to discover more cards in the beginning too. So this one's straight up earn $4 at the end of the round, and you don't have to remember to do stuff. That's kind of nice. This one is +1 multi per tarot card used this run. This one's nice. I like tarot cards, so this is something I do like. So I think I might get rid of this just because I need to have a pair to get this to do anything. This one just works. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. And, the other one, the money would have been nice, but I can still generate money from this one. So I think overall, adding 2 jokers and then replacing a joker here, I think we did some good work. I'm not going to reroll. I'm going to save and get $3 on interest. If I win, of course. So you got to win. All right, so free Mega Standard Pack. I think I'm just going to go with a fight. See if I can continue to kind of improve things and see what I get. So here I've got 3 of a kind. I don't see anything else. My discards are 8s. I don't have any 8s to discard. So let's take a look. I might keep... You know what? I might see my 3 of a kind is improved once, right? Yeah, so it's a level 2. So it's already improved once. I'm going to go ahead and play this and see if I can get some new cards that might interact with these well. Yeah, so that was enough to just win outright. So you see how these jokers can dramatically impact the gameplay. So cash out there, I made $10. So here we've got a Celestial Pack. These are planet cards. I don't know if we've opened one of these yet. So it's a jumbo Celestial Pack. The planet cards impact the types of hands that you play. So you'll get planets that make these better. So let's go ahead and I think we purchased a planet pack before. Let's go and open this one. See what we get. So we've got Jupiter, adds to flush, 4 of a kind, high card, and pair, and full house. Now I've been playing full houses quite a bit, so I think I'm going to just use the earth again. So full house is going to go from, start with a 65 and 6 versus a 40 and 4. Arcana packs, I love them. So let's open that one for $4. So here we've got make hearts, make a glass card, or double your money after you purchase the card. I don't need to purchase it this time. Last time we had to purchase $3 and it would go down and whatnot and double. I can just straight up double my money here. So that's what I'm going to choose. I like having cash. Now we've got 2 jokers to take a look at. Earn an extra $1 interest for every $5 you have at the end of the round. I think it maxes out at 10. I might use this card, but let's see what the other one is. Adds the number of times a poker hands have been played this run to Molt. So if you go to run info, you can see these 1s and 2s, wherever you have this, it's going to add that to Molt at the end. I'm going to replace my cash card here with this one and see if I can use this to generate some cash. And sometimes you don't play with these cash cards. You just play for power hands and whatnot. But I like having a cash card, so we'll go with that. I mean, straight up, I'm just going to get $5 if I don't spend any more money. So let's go to the next round. Now I have to beat this water boss. So 0 discards, kind of rough, but we'll see if we can make it through. So this one I got 0 discard, so I've got what I got. This is a particular point in the game where you might choose to play hands that are smaller just to act as a discard. Basically, you'll get a high hand. So I've got 9, 10, Jack, King, Ace. I don't really have a lot of suits coalesced here. Now, if I play this, I get a high card and start with 5 of 1. If I play this 9, it really goes just to 10 and 2. I think what I'm going to do is kind of use this first hand as a discard hand and see if I can just get 3 new cards. I don't know if that's the right play. I mean, I got 1,300 out of that just because of what I have up here. So I think that's okay. We can kind of speed it up at this point, I think. So 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack. Straight. I should easily get this. Yeah, these jokers are tearing things up for me. So that's good right now. It gets more difficult though, so we'll see how this ends up. So we're through 3 antes. I've made 17 cash. You see this card's already paying dividends. I earned $10 just off of interest this round when that's starting with 25. So okay, let's cash out. Now I've got 44. I'm jamming on money. Lets me reroll the boss 1 time. So for $10, I'm kind of flush right now. I'm going to get this just in case I get a boss that's going to be a real stinker, and you can roll it and hope for the best. Standard pack, Celestial pack. Let's open the Celestial and see what we can get there. Okay, we've got straight flush, straight, 3 of a kind. I think I'm going to go with the straight. I've already improved the 3 of a kind once. Just they have things spread out a little bit so I can, hopefully, play another type of hand in a pinch. When you have it, and you get more for it. My jokers are okay right now, but let's take a look. Always look at the jokers here. You never know. There might be something you want or don't want. All right, played cards with an odd rank give plus 31 chips. So any odd card, 31 chips. This joker gains 0.25 molt every time a lucky card successfully triggers. This card's kind of interesting because I have 4 luckies in here already, but I don't know, 4 out of 52 cards, it's not, I don't know. And the lucky has to trigger. So I think I'm going to skip that one. This one, I don't think it's really all that much better than any of this. So I think I'm going to skip these jokers. I've got $30. If I save it, that's $12 of interest. I'm not really interested in any of this. Let's open a standard pack right here just to kind of show you. So in a standard pack, this is where you get access to your playing cards. So you can get any type of card that would go in your deck by opening up one of those. And here you see I have an enhanced card. So this Jack has an enhancement of a bonus card, basically. So it has the bonus enhancement. And it gives plus 30 extra chips. So when this card is scored, it's going to be worth 40 instead of 10. I really don't have any predisposition towards any type of card. So let's take this one and run with it. Let's go to next round. So now we're in a new set here, new ante. We can do a couple things. So you got to check the skip the blind. Gives $5 per skipped run. Not going to, probably won't skip for $5. I look at these things now. Next base edition Joker is free and becomes foil. Interesting. And then always look at the boss. No repeat hand types this round. So you know how I've improved 3 of a kind, full house, and straight so far. That's kind of why. This boss can screw you up a little bit potentially if you've improved, straight 3 times and you can only play the straight once. So we'll see what happens here. I'm going to go ahead and play this one. All right. Well, I might try and build a better hand, but let's just go ahead and play this and see what we get. I don't see anything else there. Okay. Now I've got a full house. I'm just playing that right out of the bat. So that should definitely When it turns fire, it essentially means that hand scored more than what you needed for the entire blind. So you've done real well. So cash out. I'm back to 41 again. So here I can just straight up buy a tarot card. I don't have, now before I buy this, I check down here, do I have any way to buy tarot packs? But I'm going to go ahead and buy this. It's a good one, and it also interacts with this one. As I use tarot cards, this molt goes up. Got Joker here. Played cards though, so this is kind of like the other one, but with evens. I think I'm just going to buy these Celestial packs. I'm okay with my Jokers at the moment. Here, I think I'm going to go with the flush, just in case I end up playing a flush. Helps me with that boss, too. Here, I think I'm going with the full house. I've improved these two once. Let's improve the full house again. Now you see it's worth 90 and 8. It's over, double what it starts at. Start at 40 and 4. Here, I think I'm going to keep my 30, so I keep that cash rolling in each time. Let's go next round. Here I can skip it and get a foil Joker for free if I defeat the boss. You don't know what the Joker is. It's going to be random. I think I'm going to play to just get more, ensure that I get more cash and get more interaction than a Joker. So let's play. Here, I think I'm just going to play this pair. And again, it'll score nicely. Oh, I should have played this too. Darn it. I'll get an opportunity. Good. So let's put this bonus on these aces. Actually, let's put on this ace and a king. Well, I can't really play the king, so let's do that. I was going to spread it out, but rethought that. So here I've got a pair. This pair should easily get me what I need, so let's just play it and move on. Nice. So again, you see that interest paying off big time here. I could go down to 25 and still be okay. So here, you see I've popped the voucher, so it's not there. I guess that was true the last store, but I didn't point it out. Justice can make a glass card. This banana is always interesting because it just gives a really nice chunk of molt, but then it has a 1 in 6 chance each time you end a round to just destroy itself. So it's I get it sometimes if it's the best selection within a buffoon pack. Standard pack, I can choose 1 of 5, or a buffoon pack. I don't really like these, but let's see what kind of card we can get out of this. So this is one of the stone cards I was talking about earlier. We had a tarot card that could turn a card into a stone card. So a stone card is kind of something you would play in a hand where you've got something that scores with the 4 cards that you have. So say you have 4 of a kind and a stone card. It's a good way to make something happen. Now, we've got all these cards here. I can use one of these cards. I think the most beneficial card I can put in at the moment is a heart. I don't think I have anything that's particular about another card. So let's go ahead and add this king. It's a face card, it's a high scoring, and it's a heart. So it kind of fits with what I have going on at the moment. So let's go ahead and do that. You can always skip. There's a skip button down here too where you just don't do anything, and you don't add a card. You kind of just use money to see what potential card you could have added. Here, let's reroll. I haven't done a reroll yet. Let's see what we get. We got death. So death is interesting in that it lets you select 2 cards and you can morph one card into the other. So you can kind of, as you can drag these jokers around, you can drag cards around and interact with them. This guy here, each king held in hand gives 1.5 molt. So basically it turns kings into, what is it, the steel cards, I believe it's called. At the moment, I am going to buy this death, and it will go up here. I'm buying it because of this. As I use it, I'll get an additional molt. Let's head to the next round. So here we're fighting the eye. Having this card going into a fight like this lets you manipulate some things and potentially just manipulate some cards into a hand. So we'll see if that will occur as we get into this. So here, no repeat hand types. You need to be careful about the types of hands that you're playing. And sometimes you might just want to burn a hand, you know, like, let's see, I don't have a flush. I don't have any straight action. I think what I'm going to do is just go for this pair and get a pair out of the way. Oh, wait a second. So I do have, yeah, let's actually take advantage of the card I was talking about. I'm right about to screw myself out of this. So I can take this 4, for instance, and let's move it over here. Okay. Now, this says convert the left card into the right card. So if I do this, I'm going to convert this 4 into this queen of clubs. Now, I get +1 there like I was looking forward to. And I'm going to get a full house going here. That's pretty nice. Let's play that hand. I can't play any more full houses if it doesn't score high enough, but it probably, yeah, it does. And I unlocked another joker, so I don't, and another one. So this is, you know, doing particular things in the game get you to all these unlocks. And these unlocks are valuable because they make the game more complex. They make the game more interesting in that there's a lot more jokers or more vouchers, more hands, more decks, things like that. So here we are at 18 bucks. We're up to 50 bucks now. So here we can kind of free spend down to 25 and still maintain that max interest. So let's see what the voucher is first, since that goes away during this ante. Permanently gain 1 discard. That's really good. I usually buy these if I can, so I like that. Now I have 5 discards. Judgment generates a random joker card. Early on, this one's pretty cool in that you just kind of have an open slot. Go for it. You have to have an open slot, though. If you buy this and use it, and it doesn't have an open slot, it just kind of sits there. Doesn't do anything. This joker here, the joker gains +1 mult per consecutive hand played without scoring a face card. We have a lot of face cards in our deck. Some decks, you know, you can build and eliminate face cards, or they don't come with face cards. So that's where this might be of advantage. But for now, I'm going to not do anything with that one. Celestial, let's open. See what we get. I can really go more towards full houses. I can improve one of these other ones. So 2 pair, high card, 4 of a kind, and flush. I think I'm just going to keep cruising towards that full house. Kind of specialize if I can. I can kind of free roll down and see. You know, I don't want to go any lower than 25 if I can help it. I do like this Hierophant. Let's do that. I'm buying this also because of this. You know, you just get that extra mult every single time. So you see you have this base that just really, really helps you with your scoring. Next round. Gives a free spectral pack. Now, we haven't experienced a spectral pack yet. They have some extremely powerful effects, but some of them have extremely powerful drawbacks. So this is kind of interesting. We haven't seen one for sale, and we haven't opened one yet. Let's see. So before I do something like that, I go look at the next one, free uncommon joker, that would be in this shop, and then read this. All heart cards are debuffed. So what that means is when the cards come up in your hand, they'll kind of be X'd out. You can still use them to meet the hand qualifications, but they don't score. This is tempting, but I'm essentially losing out on all that interest. I think I'm going to go ahead and play it and see if we can maybe just find a spectral pack to open up in a shop. So here we've got, let's see, no flush action, no straights. I think I'm just going to discard these. We've got that extra discard at the moment, so let's just use it and see if we can improve our hand. We did not. Let's do it again. Okay, so here we've at least got 3 queens, so that's pretty good. We can make bonus cards. 3 queens, we've got 1 heart. maybe what I'm going to do is go ahead and play this, but I'm going to use these and make bonus cards out of them. I get an extra molt out of that again. Let's just go ahead and do this and see if, I can get some decent action out of this. I need 5,000. I don't know if this will give 5,000. Sometimes, if you want, you can do the math ahead of time and see where you're going to be. Yeah, it makes it. So adding those bonuses did it. It got me over 5,000. If without the bonus, I would have had to play more hands. That's okay. So 16. So we're up to 42. So again, let's take a look at the Joker. We've seen this guy before, so it adds chips for odds. I think we're going to stick with our lineup. Neptune, straight flush. For $3, let's use it. Straight flush is going to be rare, but what the heck. In Arcana pack, we're definitely opening that because it interacts with our Joker here. So here we've seen the Chariot, makes a steel card. We've seen Death, that does the transformation that we did with our Queen. And this High Priestess. So High Priestess is interesting because this one card is going to generate 2 planet cards up in your consumables. I think we're going to go with that because we'll get +1 here, and we'll get 2 free planet cards. So we didn't get a good hit on the planet cards, but we'll go ahead and use them. So we'll improve our pair by 1, improve straight flush by 1 again. So straight flush is going to be a super heavy hitter if I ever hit one. Let's go ahead and get this jumbo pack as well. We didn't hit the full house, so we've got straight flush, pair, 2 pair, and flush. Let's grab a straight. That'll get my straight up to a decent mark. Here, I think we're going to pass at this point. If I re-roll, I'm going to lose $2 on my interest. So I'm not interested in skipping this for a Joker, so let's go ahead and fight. Now 7,500 might be a bridge too far in one hand. So this is certainly interesting here. 3 9s. I don't like discarding these, but we have that extra discard here, so let's just discard 2 and see if we can hit something good. Okay, that was quite good. So let's do a straight. We still have our 3 9s as well. Wow, really nice. With these bonuses and stuff, this might hit 7,500. Let's play it and see. Yeah, +100 for a straight is really nice. Oh yeah, that's gonna burn right through it. So here we unlocked another Joker. So we're getting a lot of unlocks. This is going to be what your first, run kind of experiences. Lots of unlocks. Cash out, we're back up to 46. Hermit's going to double money for $3. We're definitely doing that. Plus it adds 1 to here. This Joker, 1 in 4 chance for each played 8 to create a tarot card when scored. That will be awesome, but doesn't come up enough, for this, because it would interact with this card very, very well. So we have 2 standard packs. I'm flush with cash. Let's see if we can hit something cool. Kind of like magic cards, right? So this polychrome is really good. So this 8, when scored, will times the molt section by 1.5. Now, this one is glass, so it can destroy itself, but it has ×2 molt, but 1 in 4 chance of destroying itself. And it's got a red seal. So this is, in addition to getting like this type of enhancement, you have these seals that can start showing up. This red seal re-triggers the card again. So when it's scoring, it's going to score twice. And all of its effects are going to score twice, including Joker effects. So you see how you can get like a steamroll going where that snowball gets bigger and bigger and bigger as it scores up. I like this one. It's not going to destroy itself. It's a standard 1.5. I don't have to do any tricks. That seal's really nice, but I think overall I kind of like this polychrome better. So we're going to go ahead and throw that in the deck. Let's roll again. So here we've got stone. I don't want it. We've got a heart that interacts here. The 7 Earn $3 when this card is played and scores. I don't really care. Yeah. I don't like having huge decks, so I'm going to skip that. If something had a polychrome or something on there, I'd be okay. Let's re-roll once and see what we get. I'm going to go ahead and use this Fool. So the Fool creates the last tarot card or planet you used. We use the Hermit, so this is going to just be worth 20 bucks. So I'm going to pay $3 to get 20. Just fine with that. And I used 2 tarot cards, so I get 2 pluses here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just buy and use that. And let's re-roll again. We're got a lot of cash. Let's upgrade 4 of a kind. All right. This Joker. Joker gets +2 molt if played hand contains 2 of a pair. 2 pair. Cool card, but these seem to be working out pretty well, so I think I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to go ahead and do one more reroll and see what I can get. Ooh, the Fool again. This time I'm just going to buy it, and it's going to sit up there. Let's go next round. All heart cards are debuffed. So that's kind of hurting me here. So again, the cards that are debuffed can count towards the needs of a hand, but it won't be scored. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this Full House that's staring at me. This Queen won't get scored, but I think, it's a powerful enough hand with what I've done with the enhancements, and scoring 4 cards should get me a pretty good net effect. Yeah, so almost 10,000 out of that. So here, kind of got nothing going on. Let's keep the 9s and toss everything else. Let's see what we can get. Okay, we picked up a king. We've got a flush. I'm just going to go ahead and use it because I get so much power out of my jokers at this point. Just getting a nice base in there will help me quite a bit. All right, on to ante 5. Back up to 60 bucks. Let's improve the 3 of a kind. +12 multi of 3 of a kind. This voucher, planet cards appear 2 times more frequently in the shop. We might buy this. I like planet cards. This mega card and standard, I really don't care. Let's spend 5 and re-roll. I'll go ahead and just do that. Unlocked another deck, that's good. And let's go to next round. Oh, this Joker. So adds double the rank of the lowest ranked card held in hand to molt. That one's, it's pretty cool. I mean, even like a 5 is going to get you +10. So it's pretty good. You put all your cards out to get scored, and the lowest one doubles and adds. So that's pretty good. My Fool is 2 pair. We're going to go next round. Okay, so we're in another new one. Look at the skip lines for a spectral. +3 hand size in this round. All face cards are debuffed is the boss. That's kind of not great, but kind of not terrible. Given we're going through this, let's I don't know. It's tough because I really want to get a bunch of tarot cards. So let's play and see if we can just get to one of those spectral packs on our own. So here I think we lucked out and got a straight right off the bat. Let's play that. Lots of hearts too. I didn't even notice that, but yeah, it just burned right through that one. Nice. All right, so here we've got 16 bucks. We're up to 55 again. First thing we're going to do is get this Arcana pack opened up, see what we got to play with here. So we don't want a stone card. We do like hearts, so that's a potential card. I think I'm just going to go with the bonus, though. And I'm going to throw the bonus on 2 non-face cards just to have some interactions there and also increase my molt. This Mega Buffoon pack is really good early on. It just is. I might blow $8 just to see what's in it, because you can get those polychrome and foils and stuff on them. These I'm not overly enthused about. Let's just open it and see. It's kind of like, again, opening magic cards and seeing what you can get. First hand of the round is a single 6, destroy it and create a spectral card. Don't think so for what we're doing here. Joker gains times 25 molt. 0.25 molt when for each card sold resets the boss blind when it's defeated. I don't think that's going to work for me here. It's a rare card, so it's something you're not going to see very often. All cards are considered face cards. I certainly don't want that going into the blind that we're going into. So you go here and check the blind. It says all face cards are debuffed. That wouldn't be good. This is a powerful card, though, because sometimes you want all your cards to be considered face cards. But then you run into that boss and it can make this unhappy. Earn $8 if played hand triggers the boss blind ability. I don't really like any of these, so we're going to just skip. So we blew $8, but you know, it's a game of chance, so we're using some of the chances here. We do have some other jokers up here. Gain 15 chips if played hand contains a straight. And then this one, I don't think either of these are really worth going for at the moment, so let's continue on. We're not going to skip it, we're going to play. So here, we do not have a flush, we don't have a straight, we have 2 pairs. I think what I'm going to do is just play this, and yeah, let's just play it. We'll just score the 3s. Not going to score a lot, but you know, I don't need a ton to defeat this blind, so I'm feeling okay about it. Here, I mean, I wish I could have hit a full house there, but it's not happening. So let's run this. Got diamonds and hearts. I go with the diamond there as the extra card. Looking for some new cards if this doesn't do it. So it did not. And again, lots of pairs. All right, we don't have enough diamonds. We don't have enough other types of cards. So let's start using our discards up. We'll keep the 8s and 10s. Let's burn through this first. We picked up potential there, but I think at this point we're going to go ahead and go in on 8s and 10s. Let's view the deck. I have 3 8s and 2 10s left. Okay, picked up my 8, so this will definitely do it. So this multi, I'm going to put at the end. You can manipulate where your cards are and still keep your full house. I could put the 10 even over here if I wanted to. Play hand. I think this should do it. Full house was already pretty prepped. If not, we're going to be really close. Yeah, we did it. Okay. Looks good. World, we don't need spades. Let's get this Arcana pack opened up. We get to choose one. So if we played the Fool right now, we can enhance 2 selections and then either do the High Priest or the Emperor. That's probably what I'm going to do. Let's use this. We get a Hierophant. We get +1 there. And we're going to get another one when we do this. Oh wait, we're going into that round of no face cards. So let's build some cards here. And then I'm going to go with the tarot cards because of this card here. I really like the High Priestess, but for 2 tarot cards I can potentially use and get 3 more added to this, I think we're going to go with the Emperor here. Okay, we hit. so using the Emperor got +1. We hit with the Hermit. It's another +1. We're going to destroy 2 cards. Get our hand, our deck size down a little bit. Sometimes this unhinges your deck a little bit, so I don't know. But we'll get a +1 here. It might be worth it overall. Let's see what's in the jumbo card. Ooh, these are nice. I only get to choose one, though. Foil and Molt. We haven't seen a holographic yet. So even though I'm going into the boss where these guys aren't going to be counted as a phase card, it's a really powerful card for me because it's a +10 Molt and it's a heart, so I just get another 3 added on to that. Another one we haven't seen is this gold card, plus or $3 if this card is held in hand at the end of a round, so you just can accumulate some money. We've seen the retrigger before, and we've also seen the foil up here on our Joker. You can get them on your cards too. This one's interesting in that it's a lucky and a foil. Wow. I still think, in the right deck, this is awesome. I think this is better for us overall. We'll see if I chose correctly. The 7 might have been better. Reroll. So here we've got some Joker selections. ×2 Molt loses 0.01 Molt per card discarded. This is a really kind of an interesting card, especially if you get it at the beginning. Makes that the first few antes very easy. I don't think it's better than what we have. It is super powerful, but so far this seems to be working out pretty good. Then this one is just 1 free reroll per shop. Let's go ahead and reroll again. Got some more Jokers. Played face cards and 1 in 2 chance to give it $2. And just we've seen this guy a couple times now. And we're going to go to the next round. All right, let's see if we can beat the plant. So all face cards are debuffed. So none of these face cards count. However, I can discard them. Or I can try and build a hand with them. So I don't see any flushes or straights. So let's discard them. Let's discard these and see if we can get something. Discard. So we got some aces. We've got more face cards. I'm going to go ahead and let's do that. Let's see if we get some more aces. Okay, we got an 8. We got some 3s. There's no straight or flushes. Oh, wow. I might go ahead and no, there's no hearts in this. Use 1 more discard. Ugh. This is rough. If I had a jack, I could build some type of a straight here, but let's get rid of these face cards again. Oh boy, almost the same thing we had last time. All right, now we're just gonna burn a hand and see what we can get. Yeah, it really doesn't help me much. I'm going to keep that. Let's just burn this as a hand. It's not going to be a lot, but it'll be something. Chipping away. So here we picked up some 9s. We've got a king. Wow. This is not what I wanted to do here. Okay. Well, I think we're going to have to... How many 8s are left in here? Still have 4 8s left. Let's go ahead with the 2 pair. We'll keep this 5. We'll play the king. And we'll see what we can get out of this. Hopefully we hit this lucky. And we've got a good base of chips here. Let's see what we can get out of this. Okay, not bad. We're almost halfway there. So again, here we're just 1 thing away, of course, on the full house. Here If I use my last discard, I think that's where we need to go on this. We might not win this one. Wow. So what I could do is just go high card and use it as a discard and hope for my best. I think that's the play because I really need to hit with a full house here. There are 3 8s. Sorry, there's an 8. Yeah, 3 8s and 2 10s left out of 20 cards. All I need to do is hit one of them. So I think we got to press our luck here. Let's play this. It's going to be high card ace. So we got closer and we hit. Okay, good. So we finally ended up getting what we needed. Where it says full house, play hand. This will easily get us to where we need to be. Well, not as easy as I thought. I mean, it was only 3,000 more. We did open up another voucher. We got 15 bucks. Foil, holographic, and polychrome appear 2 times more often. We are flush with cash. We buy voucher. We're an ante 6. We're getting close. I know for sure I did not win my first ante, or the first 8 of 8 on my first try last time. This is getting pretty far, which is good. We've seen this joker before. When blind is selected, create 2 common jokers. This one's fantastic at the beginning. You know, you just kind of fill up your jokers and sell this, and you got 4 free jokers. Standard, mega standard. I guess, you know, we got a lot of cash. Let's try it. 2 stones and a 3. I don't like any of that. Let's reroll. Oh, this is nice. Buy and use. Buy and use. And let's do one more reroll. We'll have 10 more bucks here. Let's do 4 of a kind. This guy here is retrigger each played 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a nice card if you're building a deck around those lower cards. So that's really nice. Let's go next round. So skip line gives a free Mega Celestial pack, so we will get 2 planet cards out of it. With all my bonuses, I doubt I'm going to skip it. Lose $1 per card played. So we got a lot of dollars. Let's see if we can just move along. So here, we almost have a flush. We've got some potential straight action. Well, I'm not set up for flushes. I think I'm going to keep these, discard those, and see what we can get. So king, queen, jack, 10. I've got that free discard. Let's pretend like we just use it. Okay, we got 2 pair actions again. Maybe what I do is keep this, play these lesser cards here, but still have some bang for my buck with the lucky maybe. Keep the jacks and the king. Let's do that and see what we get. Lucky never hit, so that kind of stinks, but we got a quarter of what we need. So here we've got 7s and jacks. Let's discard those. I don't have any flush. Picked up the jack. Okay. So here we'll go ahead and just bang the full house. Hopefully that gets me the 15, or it's going to get me at least very close. 12 bucks. Nice. All right. Well, we'll just concede to the $12 there and roll that. All right. So through that one, generated 14 cash, 46. Jupiter, we're always going to just increase that flush and try and get that base level, and as a just in case, you know. We're definitely opening up this Mega Arcana. So here is nice. I can use this Hanged Man on some of these cards if I want. My deck. Yeah, I don't have a lot of extras of those, so I don't like messing with the balance. I think this Hanged Man is just going to get sold. Sometimes deleting him's okay, but this particular one I don't want to mess with the balance too much. So Hierophant we've seen Moon, Emperor, Fool, and Strength. So Strength is you pick 2 cards and they get 1 rank added to them. So I picked this 8 and 7, they would become a 9 and an 8, for instance. Flush, Emperor. Well, I think I'm going to use the Hierophant. Actually, I'm going to use the Emperor first. Just get 2 more cards up here. So one I'm going to sell because I don't want another Joker. I don't want more spades. So we'll do Hierophant. This is bonus cards. We'll put that on this one and this one. Another Joker unlocked. I like that. Let's see what we get on the planets. Hopefully a full house, yeah. So full house is getting up there. I might start trying to focus on some other ones and just have some backups. So this one is the punch card guy. It's times 4 multi every 6 hands. So you get a super huge bonus every once in a while. Not better than what we have, I don't think. I'm going to just progress to the next round because we've got this coming up and I can keep my dollars, hopefully. Our Spectral Pack. Let's see if we can earn a Spectral Pack here. Now, this is 30,000. It's getting up there. Let's see what we can get. Not great. I'm obsessed with these full houses, but 8 is so powerful, but I think we're just going to get rid of it. Yeah. All right, well, we picked up a Jack and 6s. I think I want to play that as a hand and see what we can grab on the replenish. Ugh, we got kind of junk. I mean, we did get 2 5s, but I don't know if it's worthwhile. Let's discard. I don't like discarding, but okay. Wow. This might be where I lose due to bad decisions. All right. Well, I could just go all in on a flush, but that's not going to help me much. I don't know. There's not much to do here. And I've got this ace. I could do ace, 9, 8, get rid of all of those. Let's play that as a hand. It's just going to be the ace high, and hopefully we hit on one of the luckies. Oh, we did. Oh. Okay. So that was not terrible. Not great, but not terrible. So we got king, queen, jack, 10. Ugh, so close. We get so far away. We've got 2 more discards left. I've got 10s. Ugh. If I hit an ace or a 9, how many do I have? I've got 3 aces and 2 9s out of 29 cards. If I do something like this and go for the straight, I can keep the queens alive. Let's discard these 3 and see. Okay, we've got the 3 of a kind on the queens now, but it's not a full house. I've really been betting the farm on this full house, but even then, I don't think it's going to happen. So I think I need to just play the three of a kind here. It's not good. I think this is where we die. But so I need 11,000 out of this hand here. Yikes. Well, I think I discard these four, hope for an ace that's enhanced or a 9 that's enhanced. Let's give it a shot. I got a 9. Okay. There's potential just because of the specials. So I have all the right ones selected. We have a straight. Let's see. It's going to be close. Need that lucky to hit. It hit. No, it didn't. It just +3. Oh, it was enough. Okay, I was stressed over nothing. Good. So, let's see. Cash out. So we've got a Jupiter, which is a flush. So let's buy that because I do want to continue on these off hand builds. We don't want that Joker. We do want tarot cards. So I've got a lot of money right now. So I think I want this Emperor. Let's do the Emperor. So Chariot, which is a steel card, and multi-card. Okay, I think I'm good with keeping these. We did get +1 for using the Emperor as well. I don't want the standard pack. Let's re-roll. I'll go ahead and buy it. Retrigger all cards played for the next 10 hands. Let's see. I don't think we want that. Let's re-roll one more time. Let's build the 2 pair. First played face card gives ×2. We're not doing that. Let's roll on. Lose $1 per played. We've got 44 bucks. Hopefully we'll make it through this. We've got kings, jacks, and 8s. Oh man. Well, I like the 8s, but I don't like getting rid of these. We can do a steel card and multi-cards. Let's keep these for the moment. Let's... Oh, I hate discarding just 2. Man, I need 40,000. Let's discard 2. Okay, I didn't hit. Okay. Well, what I was hoping for is, I was hoping that I would hit one of those cards and build a full house, but it just doesn't happen. Do I have enough clubs or spades? No. Okay, I need to make some decisions here. I've still got 4 discards. I think I need to just use what I have here. Let's do 2 pair. I do have that buffed up a little bit. Let's do 2 pair. I could do that. For the moment, let's just play this hand. See what I can get. If I get 10-ish out of it, that would be awesome, but I don't think so. So 7, it's not terrible. We got our extra 8, and we got a full house. So, with the full house, I think we're going to do this. We're going to turn this 7 into a steel card. So we've got 2 extra multis out of that. Now we use the kings and the 8s to build out our full house. This is sitting in our hand, So whenever this gets scored, I think it's right at the end, I'll get an extra 50% on my molt. So this should be quite a bit. Let's see what we get. And you saw I lost money again for playing so many cards. So close. I got 2 more hands to fetch a little more than 10k. Here I've got 3 of a kind. I've got discards left. So let's do 1, 2, 3. Let's discard here and see if we can pick up an ace. We didn't pick up an ace. Let's do another discard. Ugh, oh, we picked up another 7. That might be worth ditching the 7. Let's do that. Let's just play the full house because it's so powerful, and see if we can pick up 10. Okay, another 16 bucks. It seems to be about the amount of cash that we end up with at the end of each of these. We're definitely buying full house. We're not buying any more jokers. I think we're just sticking with these jokers. Voucher here is raise the interest cap. Redeem that. So I'll get even more money. So that's good. Celestial pack. Let's open up this Arcana pack first. We are getting lower on money. That's okay. We've got the wheel. The wheel can add specials to these cards. We've got the Hierophant. We've seen that. They add bonus cards. Death is rearrange cards. Hanged Man and Chariot. I think I need a 25% chance to add foil, holographic, and polygram to the jokers is pretty good. And it just adds 1 to that anyways. But Hierophant, 30 chips on here. I think we're going to just go ahead and keep improving our cards. It seems to have worked pretty well so far. It's a for sure thing. I am going to go ahead and buy this, even though it takes us below full house again. All right, full house is getting very powerful, but I need to hit more of them. It's been very rare this run. So Mega Celestial or Select, we're an ante 7, so let's go. So we have 2 pair. I hate throwing these away, man, but what I might do is just play these. Yeah. But then I kind of screw up my full house plan. All right, let's go all in on a full house. We were doing that earlier. Let's see what we get. I don't like it, but all right, we hit it. 7s, play hand. We got no tarot cards. I mean, this should rack up a fair amount of points. Yeah, so we're halfway there. And here we need to hit an 8. I think we're just going all in. We've got 2 8s left. Eek. I already discarded an 8. We have 1 ace left. Well, we gotta do something. Let's roll the dice. I did not hit. No flush. Let's discard again. Did not hit. Let's go deeper in the hole. Hit. Okay. Now this might do it. Yes. Okay. So here, we cash out. Foil is plus 50. So we're plus 50. I mean, that's really nice, but we've been focused on hearts thus far. Well, before I make any decisions here, let's go with the Celestial Packs. Let's go with 3 of a kind. I'm at 31 bucks. I don't think either of those jokers are going to work for me, so let's do this. Full house again, and then let's build or 2 pair. I've been ending up with a lot of 2 pairs, so 3 of a kind's nice, but let's go next round. So we've got skip blinds, next joker's foil, all clubs are debuffed. Let's play. So we have 2 pair built up, but we have kings. Let's do the shot in the dark discard. I don't like discarding 2 cards, but great. Well, let's do this and just play it. Okay. It still didn't hit anything. Okay. Well, let's see. No, we did get a flush. I mean, that's a pretty powerful flush, so let's play that. A lot of hearts. Halfway there. I don't like that. I thought that was going to be more points than it was. Unfortunately, did not hit. I discard those. Go for some straight action up here. Wow. Okay. I will take. Thank you. Play that hand. We got 1 lucky to hit. That was good. Yes. We move on. Now it's a little nerve-wracking because we're so close to getting into that 8th ante there. Okay. So all straights to be made with gaps of 1 rank. Yeah, 50 chips or 10. I think I'm switching this out. Maybe the play is to ditch this at this point. We're pretty far in. We're earning a lot of money off of this. Let's do the Arcana first. Of course, it hits the one that I'm going to get rid of. All right. Let's keep our money supply. Let's get rid of this. I'm going to lose 5 molt, but I get 10 back. Or, these 2 work well together, though. So I think we're going to get rid of this, and we're going to buy this. Just having that extra 10 molt, like right off the bat, now straights become more viable. I think that's the play. Let's go to the next round. We got more chips, too. All clubs are debuffed. Seeing no straights. This is a wild card, so it's debuffed. Of course, a bunch of doubles. Let's just see. We can never hit. I know it's only 2 cards, but never hit. Man, 70,000 is going to be a reach. Oh man, I forgot I could do this straight thing. Let's discard these and see if we can build that straight. So ace, king, jack, 10, 9. We've got a straight. Maybe straights are the way to go with the enhanced cards. Maybe we can make this work. Oh yeah, nice. So we've got a 6 doesn't work. See, it's something in the vicinity. So we've got queen, jack, 10, 9 still. Not good. We have a full house. I think we got to go with that. Okay, so 2 hands to get 14. So let's discard those. See if we can build a straight. That didn't happen, of course. Right? So 9, 7, 5. Gross. All right, we're going to go with this 2 of a kind deal here. Just shy. So ace, ace, queen, 7. Go. So you see how going wide helped me here. You know, improving a number of different hands helped me quite a bit. $13. All right, let's go with flush here. I like that. This voucher is +1 consumable. We're on our last ante. I think we're just going to skip that. Let's do Celestial Pack here. Hopefully get something we can use. Ooh, straight. I think we're going to go with straight, given what we got up here now. Jumbo. Let's stick with $28. That'll give me $44 if I pass. I'll have options to do one more store. $44 is a lot. I think we're going to skip this blind. We're not skipping this one. All cards debuffed until one joker is sold. The joker we would sell is this one. So let's skip this one, get our money, get that instantly. Let's play this one. Or hold on, rerolls and the next shop's at 0. I think we do want to play this and see if we can spend some money. It's risky because we have to get 75 grand, but let's see. So we got 4, 5, 7, 8, 10. Let's go down. Well, let's do that. So we have a straight now we built. I don't know if this is powerful enough, but let's see. All right, that was pretty good. Ace, queen, jack, 7 is too low. Let's get rid of these. Let's. Yeah, I just need one of them to hit. Let's use a discard and see. And of course we didn't hit, but we did hit a full house. Let's do that. Even though this is, I was saving this for something else, but let's use the full house. So the straight got me 23, and this full house is getting me 30. Okay, good. Oh, and here we definitely have action here. Another straight. Get 20 something out of that. Hopefully. Come on. Yes. All right. Wow, I'm impressed how this is working at the moment. So a lot of money. So let's open up some Arcana. Let's make a steel card out of this. Looking to just to improve this. Mars. Let's go ahead and use that. Ooh, we have a foil sitting there. Now, voucher, standard. I don't know. Let's re-roll. I'm really not looking. I'm going to have to sell a joker anyway. So unless we get a joker that's like called a negative actually adds a joker slot. That would be fantastic, but I don't think we're going to find that here. Let's go ahead and grab this just to have the voucher, I guess. Now, yeah, I don't think keeping that one joker's worth trying a risky reroll. I could reroll and see if I can find a better matchup here, but I think that's doable. But I got to get rid of this guy. So let's just spend our money. I'm just gonna spend all my money here. Okay, we're going to buy and use this. We're going to use the full. We're going all in on the full houses. Do one more reroll. See if we can get anything. 3 of a kind. All right. This is about as good as I'm going to make it into this next round. So let's go. Let's go. See if we can get this. Okay, everything's debuffed. We sell this one, so we have only 4 jokers, which is unfortunate. Now, what would have been nice is that one card that just generates a joker, but we didn't get that. So here we can do a straight. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to use some power cards here. I believe that'll work. Yep. I don't know. It's got to generate at least like 23-ish again. So 23-ish, okay. Here, we don't have a full house. Damn. Let's discard these and see if we can get something working up here. Really need that big hand, but it's not happening. That doesn't even generate a straight. Wow. Well, I can do this. I don't like it, but okay, we have a full house. I like that. Let's see if we can squeak this out. And it's looking not great. We're over halfway. We have a great straight here. Oh, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Maybe we got some hope here. Come on, at least 30 or 40. Oh, 23 is not going to happen with this mess, I don't think. Let's throw this away. Let's look at our deck. We have 2 jacks left. Now we need one of those jacks or queens. Oh, this ain't happening. All right, well, let's... A flush isn't going to get it, right? I have a flush, but that's not going to generate enough. No. Let's discard those. Let's just build the best hand we can. So here we have a straight with this, right? So here, let's discard those 2. This is my last hand. See if we can get anything better. We got a queen, so let's do ace, king, queen, jack, 10. Picking up this 7 steel might get me where I need to be. Let's see. that 7 is absolutely just exactly what I needed. I hope. Let's see. So it says straight. Let's go. Come on. Yes. Oh, yes. Okay. Wow. Okay. I didn't really expect to win this. Um, you can see I unlocked a new deck, another deck. Um, I'm not going to go endless. We're going to end this here. So let's go back to, you can click this and keep going, but we're going to go back to the main menu. I'm very happy with that run. So you can review the things that you've unlocked. It's going to walk you through all of this. Um, reach ante level 4. So in the beginning, you're going to just experience a lot of this unlock stuff. So then the next decks, we'll look at these in future runs. I'm just going to click through them. You know, we'll experience them as we go along. Okay, well that was Balatro. That's the first time on this particular profile. You can also, as you're on the screen, you can kind of hover over this and it says win a run without playing a straight. So, you know, you can figure out some of the quests here. Okay, I appreciate everybody watching. Again, just gaming today. If you like, subscribe. That'd be awesome. Leave a comment, anything I can improve or get better at, or any type of game you'd like to see. I appreciate it. Thank you.